Oh yeah, it's happened again. So I'll do my old intro. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that wherever you are is doing good for you, my friends. Welcome, my country, my Romans. I don't remember it anymore. Um. So after spending a very seems like a long time last day and a half or whatever, and getting some real rest. Um, I think I've decided to go try and find like a rehab, and not just like because I'm a drug addict, but because I've factored in everything. If I go to a shelter, they kick you out every day, and you're out on the street and you have nowhere to go. Um, and it's just not good. But if I do like a 90-day rehab, at least I can have like really good meals, a good place to live, and a place with moves. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Um, I don't. Like I said, I'm really not a drug addict, guys. I'm really not. I don't even drink alcohol. Um, I do smoke cigarettes. I do drink coffee, and I do smoke pot. That's it. That's literally it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've talked about ayahuasca. I've talked about mushrooms, but I'm not over here eating mushrooms every day. I'm not over here, doing ayahuasca or DMT every day. Like I'm not. I'm not. Just not a drug addict, man. Um, I do like my pot, though. I do like my pot. So, I think that's a good idea. I mean, I don't know. I don't have anything else. Nothing's popping up, and there's stresses coming from everywhere that I don't want. Um, I guess that's like my own stresses. You know what I mean? Like my own, and also out external stresses from people who are asking stuff for me. So, nonetheless, that's the story. That's where I'm at. This is what's going on. A friend of mine offered me a place to stay uh, in the downtown area here in New Orleans, and so uh, it's actually pretty cool. Like it's a old building that got turned into an apartment. So we'll see. I don't trust anything anymore, bro. It's so sad. I just everybody over promises, under delivers, and it's heartbreaking. Okay. Well, there's your update of my life, if you even care. I know that a lot of people care. It's just a lot of like everybody. No, seemingly nobody can help, and everybody tries in their way. Some people have been beautiful enough to send me money. Other people have been beautiful enough to let me in their home. Other people have been beautiful enough to call me and talk to me on the phone and just tell me everything's going to be okay, even though I'm like super fucked up in the head. I don't know if you watched the Moose Factor Uncensored last night, but whoa, what an episode. Moose was on fire. And it kind of gives you an idea of what my 40s were like. My 30s were actually kind of cool. Did some fun stuff in my 30s. 40s suck. I did make a travel show thing. It was fun. It was called uh Apocalyptic Romance. I'll post it up. It's only 4 episodes, but it's us traveling. Yeah, I think about like this whole thing, right? Because like but none of us are going to be remembered. And a lot of people like are worried about dying, and I've died so many times already that it's like I already know what, like, on some level I already feel like I know what comes next. And so like it's like people are like, you don't care about yourself. And I'm like, it's not that I don't care about myself, it's just that I know that I'm not uh that important. None of us are. And the ones of us that think that we are important are the ones that are like full on um um in first person character syndrome, where they think they're the first person of everything. You know, like it's I don't know, man. I have a friend of mine. His name is Joel or Yoel, and I feel like he's a kindred spirit of mine. He's much more religious than me, but he is Jewish and he is divergent, and he's currently living in Mexico. I mean, full on Mexico in the middle of nowhere. And the last picture I saw was like him traveling down an Amazonian freaking style river to go do more ayahuasca with the shaman in the woods. And I'm like, bro, this kid's such a G. He's such a like in your face. I don't care what you think of me. I know in my heart what matters, and he's so powerful like that, bro. And it's pretty heavy. But it's just because we're both messed up, you know. We both. A lot of people say, well, like, why do you even worry about it? And I guess it's just because on some level, I don't want to sound weird, but like spiritually, maybe we feel it differently than most people. I think that that's kind of what it is. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? It's like I'm worried about everybody afterwards. I'm not. I don't really worry about myself for some reason. I feel like I've done I've done a lot here with nothing, and like I've had a lot of people write to me and tell me that like because of me something happened in their life, or they didn't hurt themselves, or and that's kind of like a powerful place to stay in, you know. And it's like none of those people I would have met, none of those people I would have contacted or been in any kind of interaction if I would have been a different person, if I would have acted differently, if I would have thought differently, if I would have made my life different and been more like everybody else. I would I wouldn't be who I am to the people that I am someone too. And there's other people who are like, yo, dude, like you may not think it, but I watch your videos. And these are people I look up to. Like, I'm like, you do? Like, you really actually? Yeah, bro, I watch all your videos. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's not a lot of people, folks. It's not a lot of people. It's not like it's like thousands and thousands of people that have been changing the world. It's not like that. Maybe a few, maybe 10, 12, 13, 14 people that I've talked to that have told me in their fucking words, yo, bro, you changed my life. That moment we met was absolutely like life transforming, or that moment that we talked was this thing where you said something that, bro, it clicked for me, bro. How did it not click for you, Paul? Dude, I don't get it, man. Like, I'm doing so good. How can you not be doing good when you know all this information and you helped me, man? I've actually had people say that to me. A couple people say that to me, and it's fucking like, what? It's devastating. It really is. It's like, it's absolutely devastating. How many books I've read, how many courses I've taken, how many seminars I've gone to. And I'm sitting here Cool sound though. I don't know if you can hear it. Let me put it down. Hold on. I don't know if you could hear that the whole time, but it was really cool. Nice sound. Sounds like a little river behind me. The point is, like, I'm trying. I mean, I don't. I've said this before though. Like, there's people out there in this world, and I don't think they get to choose who they are. I don't think they get to. Like, life just happens to them, and you're so busy surviving that you kind of end up like a plinko. You know, a little game plinko, ding 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 ding, ends up going to one of the sides or whatever, and in the middle is like the number one spot. Bro, fucking fell off the plinko board. I ended up on fucking way on that side or way on that side. Some shit, but I'm definitely not in the middle. And if I am in the middle, I don't know what the fuck happened here. The hypnosis is so huge here. The hypnosis is so huge here. And I'm not talking about the video game we're in. I'm talking about the video game that other people created for us, you know? It's like, it's a very heavy thing to know that there's a group of people on some level that are making it harder than it needs to be for you and me and Moose and Moose. My question to myself is, I wonder if it's not as hard, or like, you know, but it is though. Like, immediately, I think stepping towards it, and I'm like, what? How do you do that? And when I talk about the it, is that there's like this thing, bro. How can you not see it? And I get that, like, all of society works this way, but I also see how broken it is. And it's like, my soul's already broken. I already feel bad. And you want me to be part of a system that's hurting people. You want me to be part of a thing that's like, no matter what I do, pretty much, when I spend $1, I've already spent it towards war. I've already spent it towards the 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 things that the deep state are doing, or the CIA, or the FBI, or any other three-letter word that's doing some nefarious weird stuff. It's based on me using that dollar. And that includes the next level down, which is like super nefarious, hardcore kingpin style people, which the CIA and the FBI and blah 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 are infiltrated within, and they're infiltrated within the CIA, and it's back and forth. And read the books. So it's like this ever pervasive, like, negative stuff, and we all know that it's there, and yet we all go along. We all keep lies going. And we also keep quiet when somebody hurts us. And then and we wonder why that person who hurt us hurts somebody else. It's because they didn't get in trouble, bro. It's because you didn't say anything. It's because you have this mentality where you're like, you should never let anybody see you hurt. You should never let anybody see your pain, and you should never put anybody out on Front Street. Bro, who the fuck are you, and how stupid can you say things like that? That's like some old ass thinking, dude. That's like some fucking 1920s farmer. That's some. I mean, I get where it comes from. I get this idea. It's like the. There's a really good poem. It's called "If" by Rudyard Kipling, and there's a line in there. It says, "If you can lose all that you have gained at a game of pitch and toss, say nothing, and with your whittled down tool, rebuild back to where you were again, without a person ever being wise of the moment." I paraphrase like crazy, but it's something like that. And I that's what they're saying there. That's what they're saying there. But they're not talking about, at least I don't think, and tell me why that would be the smart thing to do. Why would, when someone hurt you, the smart thing to do is to be quiet? That's not smart to me. I'm sorry. If somebody hurt me, I'm gonna let the fucking world know who they are and why they did it. That's it. Nothing else. It's like you call the police, right? When something bad happens and like crazy shit happens, and you have to get a restraining order, or you do this or you do that. That's like right. I would tell the world, bro. Be like, yo, bro, these people be crazy. And I had to get a restraining order. Here's the pictures of who they are, and here's the restraining order because these people be crazy. That's what you do. Because that way you can show you're not the crazy one. It's called the First Amendment, bro. Freedom of speech. The reason we have the freedom of speech is so people can talk crazy. Swear, that's what it's for. It's so that people can talk crazy. So that the rest of the people who are somewhat normal look over at the crazy person and go, "That she's fucking crazy." That simple. And then if the crazy person keeps going crazy, then you have the ability at that point for the Second Amendment, which is a gun, the right to protect yourself and your belongings from the guy who's talking crazy shit. I mean, it's not that difficult to understand. That's what the first and the second are, bro. And so, you know, the undercurrent of humanity is that it wants to be good. I heard that quote yesterday or 2 days ago where someone said to me, they talked to a Holocaust survivor, and the person was like 70 or 80 years old. And they said, "Hey, you survived the Holocaust. You keep going. You keep working all the time. Why?" And she just looked at the guy and she says, "Because it wants to be good. Because it wants to be good." It's pretty intense. Somebody who had been beaten, raped, had weighed 70 something pounds at one point, skin and bones, literal skin and bones, got out of a gulag. And said, "Hey, oh, ha, 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 ha. It wants to be good." Talk about breaking your brain. Talk about breaking your brain. Anyways, so that's the overall style of choice of thoughts. Not like, hey, start a new business or go do this and go do this. Like, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna go fucking to some rehab. I'm gonna go find a like a 60 or a 90-day rehab. I don't know where. I don't know how. By the way, I don't know. But I'm gonna try and figure out something. And it's the only way that I can get off the street, not be homeless, and not ask other people for shit. I mean, I'm still asking people for shit because the fucking government's gonna pay for it. But it's not asking people that I know on the internet for shit. There's no offense to all the people on the internet that I know. We're all fucking broke ass bitches. And the rich people I know ain't helping. And I'm talking stupid rich, by the way. like stupid duper rich that know that they could easily fuck me, like throw me $1 million, and it would mean fuck all to their life. They don't do it. Really weird. Anyways, I'm talking about billionaires, by the way, like real billionaires that I actually know. Whatever. They know me. I've hung out with them. Like, not just like kind of weirdly hung out, but I actually hung out with people. So like to keep me here, it's weird. But then again, like to put me up would be weird too, because then it's like if my voice gets heard, it's a totally different voice, absolutely different than everybody else talking. It would just upend bullshit. Like people would fucking start freaking the fuck out. And they can't have that either. They don't want that. And the people who watch, unfortunately, don't share because they're too scared to share. There's only like one person that shares my videos, though. And that's Jaffe Ryder. He's in Korea, I believe. Runs his own radio station. Cool motherfucker. And he's the one who, when I got involved with the Heydrich thing, James Heydrich, the old psychic who's now been in prison for 35 years, wrongfully accused. And I did a whole thing with him and podcast with him on there. And also the guy who was on Bloodsport, the guy they made Bloodsport about, the movie. And then Bo Keeley, who's also another badass. Bo's a I'm going to keep going. Bad motherfucker. Bo Keeley, look him up. Bokeely. Old guy, right? But this guy's been traveling around the world. And he did it before there was like phones and shit, people. And GPS. Wow. This guy was running around the world when there was nothing, fucking taking pictures of it all. And going at it, bro. Going at it with life. Talk about fishing and sailing and fucking safaris. But on the real level, none of this like, I paid $12,000 to go take our foot on safari. Nah, bro. Guy was living with the freaking African style. Like, what? Like, what? What a life. And a writer. Go look him up. Bo Keeley. He's a photographer. Phenomenal character. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I met all these people. And then Jaffe, he put me on his show. But Jaffe's a little right-wingy for me. Like, when I say right-wing, I mean like, woo-ringy, like, you know, like, hate upon the Jews and the Rothschilds and starts getting into the fucking lizard people shit. I'm like, all right, the fuck are we did? I don't even know. But to be so secure and so, I know exactly what it is and who they are. It's like, no, you don't, bro. You're living in a video game, you fucking idiot. And that's becoming more and more real, by the way, that you're in a video game. That this whole thing is nothing but a construct from a construct. Yeah. And so none of this is real, guys. The sweat on my body or the any of this, none of this is real. None of this is real, bro. And that's the thing. The reason that it really hurts is that you guys think it's real. You guys think that somehow or another, I don't know, that you take your money with you or you take your fame with you. You don't take any of it with you, bro. You don't even take your memories with you, bro. What you take with you is like some kind of fucking sense of the feeling of what you were. And you bring that back. It's like this beautiful gem that you create while you're here. And who you are and what you do is what creates the facets of that gem. Like, think of like, you know, like a real cool geode that has like, you know, like freaking cool shit coming out of it. Each one is an aspect of who you are, like each little thing, you know, and what that thing did for the existence of others. Did you share? Did you love? Did you give? Did you grow? Bro, I'm 50 years old and I'm still saying the same thing, guys. I'm 50 years old and still saying the same thing. I'm still saying, bro, you need to be more like Jesus. You need to be more like Buddha. You need to be more like Gandhi. You need to live your life like that. And if you're not living your life like that, you're going to come to a point in your life where you feel disgusted with yourself because of what you've lived with and what you lived in and what you did to yourself. You tried to play easy. You tried to placate your dreams. You tried to only work in being safe. And I'm not trying to be hurtful here, dude. Why are you here? Why are you in this game? You didn't come here to be someone's slave. You didn't come here to work 40 hours a week. You didn't come here to pop out children and just to pop out children. You came here to deal with the trauma of others that have been here before they had the knowledge of what it was that they were going through. And now that you, hi, hello, you, yes, you, the one that has the internet on their phone, have the ability to figure out what's going on here, you should be figuring out what's going on here because you owe it to the hundreds or thousands of people that had children before you got here. Your grandchildren, great of whoever the fuck was here. And you owe it to them to figure it out here, to make it better for the next generation, like they tried to do, knowing nothing, because they had nothing but faith in the idea of what I'm talking about, because they believed in something. They believed that there was, even if you don't want to believe in God, you don't have to, bro. Believe in humanity. Believe in the thing called human. And believe in the idea that we do care deep down inside for whatever ripped up reason, whether it's like, I've had enough pain, I've dealt with enough trauma, so that's why I went and became a therapist, or whatever you did with your life. My point here is, you know there's something wrong and you still go along with the game. Why? You know that governments are lying to you, like not just once, but repeatedly. You know that corporations don't care about you. They lose your data and they send you a letter and $5 and say, oops, sorry. You know your insurance companies don't care about you. You know this. And yet, what do? You pay into them because the system feeds itself. Just like homeless people, okay? I'm going to give you the story. If you're homeless, let's say in Texas at least, and you want help and you want Section 8 housing and you want this, that, and the other, then they force you basically, pretty much, almost 80% of cases, go look it up. You have to be on some kind of pill, wink, wink, to be in the system, to then be able to like get the next thing and then get the next thing and then get the next bit of help. And they want you to go to this program and to do this. And it's like, if you don't do it in the manner that they want, then you don't get anything. And that's why there's a bunch of homeless people in the street, not because they want to be there, but because the system puts it in front of them that they don't want to help them. Go look it up. Don't ask me. It's the truth. That's why they've closed all of the social services. They give more, there's more $6 for every dollar, billions of dollars, or whatever you want to talk about that we give out. $6 is given to those who are over the age of 65. $1 is given to those from the age of 8 to 18. It's totally real, dude. Go look it up, bro. Like, I'm not just making that shit up. It's real stuff, dude. And then you have like these things like security guards, people who I either A, went to the military and still want to be, but don't want to be a police officer. And it's the same thing with other people who have like regular jobs that work at like a Taco Bell or a Burger King or whatever, a corporate type of job. You find yourself, it's like Stockholm syndrome. You find yourself loving the brand and loving the the corporate mongoloidism, and you're willing to fight with people over the ideas of what you're putting out, and it makes no sense. It's like as if you're willing to, like, I heard this recently, you're willing to care less about your partner than you are the person who tells you when to be at work and when to leave. And you're willing to stay longer for that person than you are your own partner, because that's the base. If you touch the base, everything falls apart. And the base is obviously the financial stability that you get from being the bitch of some guy who owns a company that drives in with a different Porsche every year. And when you say, hey, that's a really nice Porsche, he says, yeah, and if you work really hard and give me extra hours, I'll have a new one next year. You'll be still in your shitty fucking car. And yet you think you're gonna break away somehow. You're already so ingrained in the slavery. You're already so held by the pressures that are forced on you by your parents and by your elders of your life. No, sir. No, sir. Moose, no, sir. Get over here. Moose, now. Moose, now. Moose. 1, 2. Moose, get over here right now. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So, you're ingrained in it. You really are. Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. But if you think about it, your religion forces a certain doctrine on you. It creates a certain ideology within your mind. Let's go with one of the largest, if not the largest, which is Christianity. It tells you to lie to your children from birth, and lie to them about this person called Santa Claus that comes through a chimney. Now you might be like, whoa, 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 that's not a lie. The idea, the expression of giving is not a lie. But when you lie under the context, or when you give under the context of a lie, because you can't be honest, and when you hold on to the beliefs of something that have pagan connections because things have been changed, and then the ideas don't necessarily correlate with the real original ideas, then you go, wait a second, what's going on here? Oh, it's ritualization. And you think about it. How many people do you know have an attic full of Christmas shit and Easter shit? How many people do you know have a whole closet full of Halloween stuff? And I'm not saying that I don't want us to have a society and I don't want us to have cool things that we talk about every part of the year. But I want people to understand what it is that you are doing. What is the energy that you are creating in the actions that you do in this life? Because if you don't recognize that, you are going to go back home very upset with yourself, because you're the only one here that has the action of being and doing. So if you want to be and do in poo-poo land and go back and be in poo-poo land, that's on you, bro. Because if you actually think that making money and opening up a nonprofit organization, and you're a billionaire or a multi-billionaire or a multi-billionaire or even a trillionaire, and you put in a couple $100 million or even $1 billion, and you think you're doing something good, get wrecked, bro. Get wrecked. Okay? But I employed over 300,000 people. I mean, that's kind of cool. That part's kind of cool. But those people were also pissing in bottles while they were driving around, and they were walking like 20 something miles a day and shit, just for like $10 an hour. You fucking tyrant! Just so you could have a big rocket and you could have a big wallet. System's gonna break really soon, dude. There's only so much of the thing that can be pushed upon somebody. There's only so much of a corner that you can put yourself in and be pressed into that corner before something happens. And people are all worried about flock cameras, bro. Go look up Axiom. They're the tech bros. Tech bros are doing the exact same thing. Now that Flock has been found out, they just turned. They opened up another company. That's all they did. Straight up, I swear to God, it's the truth. Go look it up. I think it's called Axiom. I'm pretty sure it's called Axiom. They make the same exact style cameras. They sell the exact same deals to the same freaking uh, 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 country corporate thingies. What am I talking about? Counties and cities. Axiom. So they're doing it. Palantir. They're doing it. Deep state, the surveillance state, it's here. It's been here for a minute. I mean, for a minute. I mean, if you want to talk 2000, what 2001? They had it was called the Patriot Act. It allowed them to listen to everything. Patriot Act's still cool, by the way. They can still do it. Except now they've got AI. Now they've got cameras that do 20 billion photos a month, and Ring doorbell cameras that are connected, and store cameras that are connected, and satellites that are connected. Go look at Bilal Sidhu. He made a whole Earth called it's called, forgot the name of it, but he made a whole Earth that shows the entire planet using all open source intelligence, all free intelligence, all free, nothing legal, all free, and you can see every moment of the beginning of the Iran war. He has every single second mapped out, every boat, every satellite going across. It's amazing. So, what I'm trying to get at here, dude, is that we are the ones that keep it going. When you get upset that some girl got raped, sorry, but some girl got, molested, or some kid was robbed and sold, or some I know you don't want to have this on your heart. I know you don't want to hear this, but it's true. As long as we toe the line, as long as we are in it, then we are the ones who are culpable. We are the ones who kept our mouths shut. We are the ones who didn't say anything because, oh, I didn't want to look bad. I don't want to look bad on the TV because their people are going to look bad at me. And then society will say, oh, look at him. Dude, I'm already there, bro. So guess what? I don't care. I haven't really ever cared. Why do you think I did? Like, I had to do it with the whole blackface and the walking into the woman's bathroom. And it was a statement to all of you to wake up 13, 14 years ago. By the way, still on Facebook to this day, never taken down. Because it says something, dude. It says something that tells you at your core, like, yo, something is wrong here. And someone needs to start talking. Someone needs to be the person who goes, hey, guys. And sure, it's cannon fodder. And sure, it doesn't really matter because it seems like most people aren't going to share it because they're too scared. Or most people aren't going to say the same thing because they're too scared. Or they don't want to lose their job. Or they don't want to lose their house. Or, dude, I don't want you to lose your house. I don't want you to lose your job. But you're losing your houses anyway. You have freaking kids that can't even get houses now. Unless they're in the rich, 10%. Then the rest of everybody else is struggling to even pay for a freaking apartment, bro. You have hotel chains, only know this because I'm talking to the people, but hotel chains that are ending up as Section 8 housing, where these people are accepting Section 8 housing checks just so people have places to live. You have women who are living in a 1-bedroom apartment hotel room with a little kitchenette with 3 kids. Something is wrong here, folks. And then you wonder why you see kids on the internet trying to become famous on the TikTok doing little dances, because they're like, fuck me, bro. At least I can fucking make some money and be rich and live in a mansion and drive a Lamborghini. All I have to do is say, eat the linguine. Bro, I remember in the 90s when you would get, if you got a deal, you were selling out. Now, if you don't get a deal, it's like, what happened to you? It's like everything. And I'm not trying to say I want it to be some, look, I love technology, bro. I love AI. I love the possibilities of what could be in the future. I'm also scared of the freaking possibilities of what can happen in the future and what can happen with people with a lot of money when they talk about eugenics and talk about perfect humans and talk about how to make us better, which is kind of cool. It's like speed evolution. But I wonder if like Marvel superheroes is just like the future talking to us, like genetic changes and this is just the beginning, like literally the first couple of years of the whole entire like real story of the crazy thing that we're about to get into. There might be really like metaverses, and we might actually see them come to fruition in this video game that we're in. Because if there's metaverses, then we're definitely in a video game. Like if there's like parallel realities with me, like if I were to like, and like there's like me talking, but then there's another me and infinitely, and then also in every direction, and they're all talking about different things, but just slightly different. Bro, how is that not a video game? How is that not a video game? It's a simulation of the simulation. And then what do? We create the video game called Sims, Second Life, Star Trek The Divide, whatever it's called. You're like in the internet, I'm Star Trek. And like, it's crazy, bro. And what we're seeing on some level with AI is like the first flutterings of what it must have been like when like instinct started to form. Not even thought, not like even conscious thought, but like straight up instinct. And that's kind of what we're seeing. I mean, read the information, right? Because these guys who even build the stuff, they don't even know how it works per se. They just know how to grow them. True. And each node that is grown has anomalies in it that they use to put fences around so that it doesn't break the societal rules. the ethics and the morals of today, which will change like it always has. And I bring this up a lot, but like, whatever amount of years ago, the Romans would throw babies off of a cliff that were mentally or physically handicapped. And that was just their way to survive because they weren't able to take care of those people. And that was totally okay. Totally okay. No issues. So what I'm saying is that ethics and morals change. Ethics and morals change. But we all know. We all know that killing, stealing, lying, cheating, not cool. Not cool. Sharing, giving, loving, growing, cool. Cool. I guess in the end of the story is don't be a dick. That's it. That's simple, dude. Share, love, give, grow, don't be a dick. Learn how to share. Learn how to give to each other. Learn how to grow from the things that you do and the things that other people do to you or with you. Become better, not bitter. Come on, hello. These are easy, guys. Look, answer me this, riddle me this, my friends. How is it that I still care? How is it that I'm still okay and I still want just good things for everybody? That's all I want. Even after all the stuff that's happened to me, even after having drugs sent to somebody's house with my name on it, from somebody I've never met before, somebody getting me shot, somebody getting me involved in the Biden robocall, a woman who stole $40,000 from me, tried to put me in jail, 2 years of going to court. Moose don't even know. Moose be like, what's it? By the way, don't worry about that. He's fine. He has what's called the reverse sneeze. Come here. I gotta help him. All right. All right, so look, dude, I don't think that society's going to change, right? I really don't. Unfortunately, it's really scary because this is a system that's here. This is what works, and this is what is. And if you don't like it, go live in the forest or find some way to live within this machine. And I've tried, folks. I've tried so many different ways. The only answer I can give you at this point is this. Be the best person you can be. And that includes, like, if you have, like, whatever mental problems or physical problems or whatever problems, just be a good person. Just try to be a good person. Just try not to be angry. Try not to be hurtful. Give whatever you have of whatever you have in the moment, because you're never going to hold on to anything. So just like if you have money and somebody lets you in their home, don't be like, oh, I only have this a little bit of money and I'm not going to be able to. No, dude, just like, go buy food and give it to everybody in the house. Go buy pot and give everybody a house pot. So that, because they might not even have any money. Maybe they're super broke and they put you in anyways. So then do what you can to make that space as nice as possible. If they need you to clean. If they need you to do something, do it. But, like, I mean, that's what I do. I don't know. Ask anybody I've ever stayed with. It's the truth. It's the absolute truth. I clean. I like a clean place. I like to help. I like making the space better. I want to leave it better than I had it when I was there. I want to be good to the people around me. I want to share the information that I have with me. I want to love in whatever the way I understand love to be, because I don't really feel like I know what love is, because I've been so hurt that I don't even feel like my emotions are real anymore. And I mean that. I mean that. I feel like I'm so neurodivergent that my emotions aren't even real, that I don't even know like what feelings are. And sure, I feel pain, and sure, I feel sadness, and sure, I feel happiness. But like, I don't know. I just feel weird about it. I'm like, is this what it's supposed to be like when I'm supposed to be okay? Am I supposed to act like this and do this at this point? Okay, I guess that's what I do. And I wonder if that's just because I'm fucked up in the head, or it's because I haven't had enough practice at it. Like I'm good at the A game, but not good at the B and C and the rest of the game. I'm good at the opener. I'm good at doing the magic trick and breaking the ice. I'm not good at sticking around because I've never gotten to stay around because I end up bothering people from the way that I am. So I thought, okay, maybe I should just go to rehab, but I don't know where to go because I don't know, you know, barely know how to take care of myself. Hey, listen. Number one, please go out in the world, do something nice for somebody else. If you can't do something nice for yourself. Number two, um, please don't get caught up in all the crazy stuff in this world because if you do, you end up crazy and then you end up like poop poop and can't help anybody. And number three, please like, share, subscribe, send this out to somebody who needs to see it. Have a beautiful day.